Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Mastering English with Podcasts. I'm Raizel.
And I'm Ricky. We're so glad you're here with us today because we've got a super helpful topic lined up for you: how to practice English at home. And guess what? You can practice reading along with us because, as always, we've got subtitles for everything we say. So it's a double benefit: listening and reading at the same time.
That's right. Whether you're cozying up on the couch or commuting, you can use this episode to boost your English skills. So, let's dive in.
So, let's start with reading practice. One of the easiest ways to practice reading is to pick up materials that interest you. This could be anything from news articles, novels, blogs, or even social media posts. The key is to read consistently, even if it's just a little bit each day.
Exactly. And don't just read passively. Try to understand the meaning behind each sentence. If you come across new words, take the time to look them up and make a note of them. Over time, this will really help expand your vocabulary. How many of you like to read along with podcasts or watch videos with subtitles? Let us know in the comments.
Now, moving on to listening practice, which, of course, you're already doing. Besides listening to podcasts like ours, you can watch English movies, TV shows, or YouTube videos. The important thing is to actively listen. Pay attention to pronunciation, intonation, and the way sentences are structured.
And if you want to step it up a notch, try repeating what you hear. This not only improves your listening skills, but also your pronunciation. Have any of you tried shadowing? It's when you repeat what you hear as quickly as possible. It's a great exercise. Give it a go and tell us how it went.
Now, let's talk about writing practice. Writing might seem a bit intimidating at first, but it's essential for solidifying what you've learned. Start with simple things, like journaling your daily activities in English, writing summaries of articles or stories you've read, or even posting on social media in English.
Yes, and don't worry about making mistakes. That's part of the learning process. You could also try writing emails to yourself or joining online forums where you can interact with others in English. The key is to just keep writing. Any aspiring writers out there? Share your favorite writing tips in the comments.
Last but not least, we have speaking practice. This can be the toughest part since it requires you to actively use what you've learned. But it's also the most rewarding. Start by talking to yourself in English. Describe what you're doing or talk about your plans for the day.
And if you're feeling brave, try finding a language partner or joining a conversation group online. You could even use voice recognition tools on your phone to practice. The more you speak, the more confident you'll become. Have any of you found creative ways to practice speaking at home? We'd love to hear them. Now, let's see the benefits, challenges, and tips for practicing at home.
So, why is practicing at home so beneficial? Well, for one, it allows you to learn at your own pace. You can tailor your practice to focus on the areas you want to improve the most.
And it's super convenient. No need to commute to classes or stick to a strict schedule. Plus, practicing in the comfort of your own home can reduce the stress or anxiety that sometimes comes with speaking in public.
But let's be real. Practicing at home comes with its own set of challenges. It can be hard to stay motivated or to find time, especially with all the distractions around us.
True. One tip to overcome this is to set small, achievable goals. For example, dedicate 15 to 30 minutes each day to practice. You don't need hours to make progress. Also, create a comfortable study space where you can focus without interruptions.
And remember, consistency is key. It's better to practice a little each day than to do a long session once a week. What do you think? How do you find time to practice? Share your tips in the comments.
Another thing we hear a lot are myths about practicing at home, like you need to practice for hours, or that you can't learn without a teacher. But the truth is, even short, focused practice sessions can be super effective. And with the right resources, you can absolutely learn on your own.
That's right. So don't get discouraged. Stay motivated and remember why you started learning English in the first place. Keep pushing forward and you'll see progress over time.
And as we mentioned earlier, our podcast is a great tool because you can practice both listening and reading. So, keep tuning in and take advantage of the subtitles.
All right, everyone. We've covered a lot of ground on how to practice English at home. But now it's time for one of our favorite parts, answering your questions. We've got some great ones lined up, so let's jump right in.
Yes. And remember, if you have more questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. We love hearing from you. Questions and answers.
Hi, I'm Marco from Italy. I want to know, how can I stay motivated to practice English every day at home?
That's a fantastic question, Marco. Staying motivated can be tough, but setting small, achievable goals can really help. For example, you could aim to read one article a day or listen to a short podcast. Reward yourself when you reach your goals, maybe with a treat or some relaxing time.
Also, try to make your practice fun. Watch movies or shows you enjoy in English, or play games that require you to use English. And remember, it's okay to take breaks. The key is consistency, even if it's just 10 or 15 minutes a day. Keep at it, Marco. Moving on to the next question.
Hi, I'm Sarah from New York. My question is, what's the best way to improve my English vocabulary at home?
Great question, Sarah. One of the best ways to improve your vocabulary is by reading widely. Books, articles, even social media posts. Whenever you come across a new word, write it down, look up the meaning, and try to use it in a sentence. You could also use flashcards or apps like Anki to review your new words regularly.
And don't forget to practice using these new words in your speaking and writing. The more you use them, the better you'll remember them. Thanks for the questions, Sarah. Moving on to the next one.
Hi, I'm Priya from India. How can I practice speaking English at home when I don't have anyone to talk to?
Awesome question, Priya. If you don't have someone to practice with, you can still improve your speaking skills by talking to yourself. Describe your day, your plans, or even what you're thinking. You can also try shadowing, where you repeat what someone else is saying, like from a podcast or a TV show, to practice your pronunciation and fluency.
And don't forget about technology. You can use language exchange apps to find a conversation partner online, or even use voice assistants like Siri or Alexa to practice. You could also record yourself speaking and listen back to see where you can improve. Thanks, Priya. Let's move on to the next question.
Hello, I'm John from Australia. How much time should I spend each day practicing English at home to see progress?
That's a great question, John. The amount of time you should spend really depends on your goals. But as a general rule, even 15 to 30 minutes a day can make a big difference if you're consistent. It's more about the quality of your practice than the quantity.
Exactly. If you can dedicate an hour, that's fantastic. But even shorter sessions are effective. The key is to make your practice focused and intentional. Whether it's listening, reading, writing, or speaking, Make sure you're fully engaged during your practice time. Thanks for the question, John.
That's all the questions we have for today. Thanks to everyone who sent in their questions. This was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. We love interacting with you, so if you have more questions or tips to share, leave them in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Mastering English with Podcasts, and give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful.
We love hearing from you, and your feedback helps us make better content. So, keep those comments coming.
Thanks for listening. Keep practicing at home, stay motivated, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.